I'm wanting to do my video on why parents of young children need to recognize the signs of the MacDonald Triad. So the three signs in the MacDonald Triad are animal cruelty, which is the most common amongst serial killers, bedwetting, and fire setting. So I'm going to have my dad, who is a former sociology teacher at Airline High School, explain more in depth about the MacDonald Triad, why people think it's a myth, why some people believe it, and go into further detail of the childhood past of well-known serial killers. My dad explains in this email that John MacDonald was the first to introduce this triad. He was the first to state that if someone exhibits at least two of the behaviors, that could be an indicator of violent tendencies to come. But others disagree, noting that some serial killers don't show any of these signs. Examples of one that support MacDonald's theory are the co-ed butcher, who exhibited all three signs, the BTK killer, who used to bound small animals, the Milwaukee cannibal, who used to dissect or take apart animals as a kid, Son of Sam, who killed small animals and enjoyed setting fires, and the Boston Strangler, who used small animals for archery practice. But other serial killers did not show these signs, examples being Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Aileen Wuornos. They followed different paths to becoming a serial killer. The MacDonald Triad illustrates that these are the three most common signs parents should pay attention to, especially in kids who were abused or neglected. Once the thrill of fire setting and/or animal cruelty wears off and is not enough, they will graduate to killing humans. I think it's really important to write about this topic and write this paper because I want to get the information to young parents about what the MacDonald Triad is, how they can detect warning signs, and what they can do to get the help they need for their child. There are a handful of researchers that put information out there saying that these warning signs could be caused by a stressed child or one with a development disability who just needs help. And so my concern is that parents might hear what these researchers are saying and think that it may be just a phase their child is going through and not think too much of it. So based on research that I have already done, I found that if a child exhibits at least two signs in the triad, that they are sadly more likely to become a serial killer in their adult life. And in my paper, I want to explain that if a child is ages 1 through 6 and their parents discover that they are either being cruel to animals, fire settings, or bedwetting, I feel that this is such a young age and that parents should take on the responsibility to talk to their child themselves and explain to them and teach them right from wrong. Now, when a child is ages 6 through 12, I feel that they are older at this point and they should be able to decipher what is right from what is wrong. And so if a parent were to discover their child doing 1, 2, or all 3 of these signs in the triad, I feel like at this point they should seek help with a mental health counselor or a psychiatrist. And for ages 13 and older, this is a serious concern if parents find their child is being cruel to animals. This is whenever bedwetting is normally uncommon, so that's whenever this sign really comes into play. And then fire setting. At this point, it is critical that the parents take their child to seek help. This is a topic that I'm very passionate and interested about, so I feel that I will be able to convey a strong message in my paper and really bridge the gap between what researchers have already found and my knowledge.